So before we get started, we'd love to share our rap song introduction video, and we hope you enjoy.
Yeah, okay, organic base, this is what you need. Take you to the future, live a life that can be disease-free. All these toxins are taxing on our bodies, no doubt. All these GMOs and these processed foods we can live without. Yeah, wanna see you live a long time. Contaminants in our water and our food supply. From the meat to the dairy and the fish, what a shame. Not realizing that my insides were inflamed. Hold up, I know it's hard to digest, that's right. I found an organic plant-based website. I even got the app, yo, this is where it's at. Promoting a healthy life, it's time to put it on the map. Assuaged, trust you don't wanna miss. It's time for you to be your best, be your healthiest. Assuaged, trust you don't wanna miss. It's time for you to be your best, be your healthiest. Hey, Assuaged, let's go.
Welcome, everybody, to another live presentation with the Assuaged Foundation. We're excited today to be talking about a topic that's been on everybody's minds recently. We're going to talk about air quality today. And there's one thing you can say for air pollution: you get utterly amazing sunrises. And that was said by Terry Pratchett, and that certainly is true. But unfortunately, it can cause a lot of other challenges in our lives. So we're going to dig into that today. So we want to thank Restream for supporting our student team. Before we get started today, Restream's powerful multi-platform streaming capabilities have broadened our reach, connecting us with diverse communities across various social media platforms. Our message of public health and wellness now reaches those who need it most. So for student speakers today, we have myself, Jennifer Markle-Dumnich. We have Katherine Aybar, Jayashree Salian, Christ Caroline Calixte, Madison Clark, and Lydia Fox. We want to thank all of you for helping us out today and contributing. And the slide contributors this week were Lydia Fox, Aybar, and Aysha Rahman. During the presentation today, we're going to start out talking about AQI, Air Quality Index basics, looking at the types of pollution and which is worse, how to judge air quality. We'll look at the little-known effects from physical effects, psychological, and social effects. Third, we'll look at what we can do about it. So pollution countering foods and pollution busting self-care, and then home care for quality, what to avoid and what to add. And now I will turn it over to Caroline.
Air Quality Index types of pollution. The EPA, airnow.gov, and AccuWeather.com report detect or monitor levels of the following pollutants, except for ultrafine particles: carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, ground level ozone, sulfur dioxide, particulate matter less than 10 microns, especially produced by construction, particulate matter less than 2.5 microns, wildfire and other smokes, ultrafine particle less than 0.1 micron, and are reported on by AQI or regulated. Major air pollutants that affect air quality. Particulate matter, PM, can reduce visibility and have negative effect on respiratory health. Ozone, O3, ground level ozone harm respiratory health, vegetation, asthma, and the environment. Sulfur dioxide, SO2, it leads to acid rain, harming ecosystem and vegetation. Nitrogen dioxide, NO2, high NO2 level can worsen lung pain, respiratory problems and the risk of respiratory infection. And lastly, carbon monoxide, CO. High CO level reduce oxygen carried by red blood cell, causing potential health problems, especially in enclosed spaces. Which particle is the worst? All type of air pollution can cause lung and breathing issues, so they can only be compared. But for particulate matter, the smaller the particle, the worse for your health. Particulate matter, known as PM10, PM 2.5, or PM 0.1, comes from sources ranging from construction to cooking. PM10 can't get into the bloodstream or the brain, but PM 2.5 and PM 0.1 can. This includes haze producing wildfire smoke, artificial matters burned in wildfire, as well as natural wood. How to judge air quality. Check AQI levels on your weather app or air.gov. Note, many sites will not report some pollutants, including wildfire smoke in every country. It is best to look at surrounding countries or view pollutant maps for accuracy. Common advice is to go inside if you see or smell smoke, but fog, clouds, or fireworks can be mistaken for haze. Check AQI levels and pollutants map to be certain.
Why is air quality reporting confusing? AQI number confusion. AQI number only reports most prevalent pollutants. This may not include the most prevalent pollutant. That pollutant isn't measured in an area website that doesn't use predictive modeling. AQI maps may have some confusion, but less likely. Some websites like airnow.gov try to drive traffic to the maps instead of numbers for clarity. Physical effects of air pollution. What is affected? Lungs. Lungs may be irritated, inflamed, or even gain cancer. The heart. Risk of heart problems and heart attack increases. The vascular system. Risk of blood clots and blood flow issues increases, including headaches and migraines. The brain and central nervous system. Risk of decreased functioning, damage, and diseases like dementia. Inflammation of nerves and brain increases. What causes this? Pollution is pro-oxidant. It is the opposite of an antioxidant. Oxidation is increased throughout the body, causing damage. Pollution is inflammatory. The body fights the damage pollution causes, causing an inflammatory response. Some types can get into the brain. Smaller pollution like PM 2.5 can cross the blood-brain barrier and even cause inflammation within the brain, sorry. Psychological effects, brain fog and mental health. Skill usage and productivity. Cognitive function decreases, including memory and attention, reading, math, and intelligence skills, usage of spatial information, decision-making quality from food choices to criminality. Mental health. Pollution aggravates almost all mental health disorders, especially anxiety. Anxiety is particularly affected by oxidative stress and inflammation, especially with added health anxiety. Depression is especially affected by NO2 exposure. Self-harm and suicide increase in autism symptoms. Causes. Inflammation and oxidation, inability to do outdoor activities, including exercise, decreased in-person socialization and quality of socialization, pollution blocking sunlight and vitamin D, increased health worries and concerns. Social effects of air pollution. Prosocial behavior may be more difficult as brain fog and feeling unwell can decrease self-control and thinking of good actions. decrease socialization. Traveling, outdoor activities, and even going to restaurants may be avoided. Missing work or school. Avoidance increases and symptoms may take attendance unfeasible. Desire to leave. Internet searches increase for moving or even leaving a country after a high AQI day.
Now let's know about indoor air. Is it pollution free? Pollution can get indoors through doors and windows when opened. Fans or heating or cooling intake that isn't sufficiently filtered. Holes, cracks, or gaps in a building, especially ones around windows. Even high wind speed can drive even more particles into a building. Older, less kept up buildings are more vulnerable to pollution getting in. It may even be smelled indoors when it's high. Practices for best indoor air quality. What to avoid: using printers or hairspray, burning candles or incense during a high AQI day. Burning indoors adds PM 2.5 to already high PM 2.5 during smoke pollution. Cooking with oils like olive oil, not suitable for high heat, adds PM 2.5 to air via smoke. Vacuuming. While a HEPA vacuum filter is over 30% effective at trapping particles, other cleaning methods like wiping with a damp cloth are more effective when available. Now let's see what to add. Cleaning floors, bedding, and other surfaces more often. Over half of air pollution that gets indoors lands on floors and surfaces. Using Swiffers or wet cloth throws the least particles back into the air. Structural upkeep. Keep windows, doors, and the rest of a building as airtight as possible. HEPA or cloth air filters, over 99% effective at trapping PM 2.5. Guidelines for air quality. World Health Organization guidelines. First release of the guidelines was in 1987. It was designed to reduce the health effects of air pollution based on expert evaluation of scientific evidence. It aims to help governments at all levels to improve citizen health by reducing air pollution. The guidelines recommend levels and targets for common air pollutants such as PM, O3 that is ozone, NO2 that is nitrogen dioxide, and SO2 that is sulfur dioxide. Regulation standard for air quality, the Clean Air Act that is CAA, that was first enacted in 1970. It aims to protect and improve air quality. It regulates all sources of emissions. It, its provisions cover a wide range of pollutants such as particulate matter, ozone, nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, lead, and hazardous air pollutants.
How do trees and forests keep air fresh and clean? 3 ways that trees improve air quality. Reduces air temperature, thus altering pollution concentrations. Reduces energy consumption in buildings. Directly removes pollutants from air. How much do trees reduce air pollution? Urban trees remove an estimated 711,000 metric tons of air pollution every year. A single tree can absorb 10 pounds of air pollutants a year. Recent impact of Canadian wildfires on U.S. air quality and population, 2023. 76,129 square kilometers of land, including forests, have burned in Canada since January 1, 2023. The air quality in parts of Illinois, Lower Michigan, and southern Wisconsin was the worst in the entire United States. In Minnesota, the 23rd air quality alert was alarming. In Chicago, authorities advised vulnerable individuals to stay indoors. Approximately 70 million people, including residents of major cities, experienced reduced visibility and unhealthy air quality conditions. Self-care for air pollution. Masking. Pollution enters the body through the nose and mouth. Filtering airflow outdoors helps, especially with respirators like the N95. Night showers. Showering at night is recommended to reduce reactions to allergen exposure. As allergens spread in particulate matter, night showers are also good for pollution exposure. Diet. A healthy diet can reduce inflammation and oxidation, the primary effects of air pollution on the body. Veggies are good. Indoor exercise. Exercising indoors for even 20 minutes can reduce inflammation and increase healthy blood flow. Walk on a treadmill, jump rope, or do some yoga if you can. Mindfulness. Pollution can affect your mood and mental energy. Take a moment to notice your body, meditate, and practice self-kindness. It is best to practice all of these healthy habits, but if you can't, that's okay. The poor air quality diet. Add anti-inflammatory and antioxidant foods fresh, frozen, or dried, like vegetables and leafy greens, herbal teas including kombucha, ginger, turmeric, and garlic, berries and other fruits, beans including coffee, plant-based protein. Avoid inflammatory and oxidizing foods, processed foods, low nutrient foods, foods with added sugar, and foods you have sensitivities to. A UK study found that mortality was reduced for people experiencing long-term pollution, including PM 2.5, among those who ate more vegetables. This included everything from heart disease to stroke. Plants clean your body just like they clean the air.
And now we're going to go on to our questions with Katherine.
I'm sorry, I was on mute.
That's okay.
I was speaking. So now we're going through the questions. The first question is, smell smoke from nearby wildfires. How can I know if the air is unhealthy? If the air is unhealthy due to the nearby wildfires, it's important to check the air quality index. This website provides for various air pollutants from wildfire smoke. The AQI from PM 2.5 measures the concentration of fine particles in the air that from the majority of smoke pollution. AQ1 above 150 is considered unhealthy for everyone, while an AQI above 101 can be detrimental to sensitive group. It's worth nothing that even when the AQI is below 101, individuals with asthma and other conditions may still experience negative effects. Question number 2. It is safe to work outdoors during a wildfire smoke alert. Make sure to inquire with your employer about the AQI air quality index and if respiratory PPE will be provided. Additionally, it is crucial to inform them if you experience any health issues like asthma attack, breathing difficulties, or chest pain that could be attributed to wildfire smoke exposure. Also, take things slowly as thinking and reaction time can be affected. Question number 3, why is it so important to solve air pollution? One is because air pollution causes an estimated 7 million premature deaths globally each year. The second reason is because air pollution incurs significant economic costs through impact of human health, productivity, crop yields, and global city competitiveness. Number 3 is because air pollution has a profound correlation with climate changes, amplifying its devastating effects on our planet. And the last question is, how do I get information about air quality where I live? each day you can find out what the air quality is, like by checking the AQI, which is the air quality index for where you live, the area that you live. The AQI tells you when high levels of air pollution are predicted for the day. You can use that information to plan to safe and healthy physical activity. Check the AQI is easy. Anyone can do it. You can look it up at the AQI online. Sign up to get emails or text AQI at the www.alertsexternal.com.
All right, fantastic. So does anybody have any comments or thoughts on any of the stuff that we've gone over today? I know that a lot of us were significantly impacted by this over the past couple of months.
I say having like the app on your phone does help. Knowing like what weather is going on, plus like the how high and how it can affect you in the area.
Yeah. Did the area that you live in get affected significantly?
Not where I live, like nearby it did.
Okay. Yeah. How about anybody else? Anybody else experience?
Actually, in New York, it was a little bit. I mean, we spent like 2 days that it was very, very dark outside, and it was hard to breathe actually. And I guess they said that it was from the Canada fire,
Mhm.
but it was crazy. It was like we had it next door, or it was just right here.
Yeah. That's wild, because I remember seeing pictures even online about that. And
Yeah.
it was really, I mean, we had it bad here in Pennsylvania, but the pictures from New York were just shocking.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you notice any physical impacts yourself from it?
Actually, those 2 days, because I have a condition, a medical condition, I stay home. So I didn't want to experience anything of that nature. So I just stay home and I took the precautions for that. And actually, after those 2 days, I wore my mask going out, because I was still like, okay, let me just take some precautions.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody else? Nobody else. And I know Lydia, I think, had to drop off with us potentially because she's got a bad storm going on there. So, hi, Madison.
Hi, sorry. I
Hey.
didn't even okay, yeah, we're good.
Did you have any impacts from the air quality this summer?
I wouldn't.
No. Well, that's good. I'm glad,
I mean, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't complain, so I'm
I
trying
never thought, it's like my whole life I've always ignored air quality alerts when they come through on your phone and things. I'm always like, oh, whatever, air quality, it's fine, and yeah, this summer it made me actually very, very sick. I was sick for a couple of weeks, and I never in my life thought that would happen. So now I certainly pay a whole lot of attention to it, and the alerts on the phone. So anytime it looks kind of hazy out, I'm like, oh, is that just summer humidity and haze, or is it actually stuff in the air that is going to be a problem? So it's definitely made us all think about it differently, I think, over the last couple of months, for sure.
Definitely.
So, well, awesome. Does anybody have anything else that they want to add or suggestions that they'd like to make to people while we're still on?
I guess, I mean, it's I think it's interesting to know the limitations as to what is bad and what is tolerable, because I mean that's the general information at least everyone should be aware about, because that can make you take whatever in necessary steps to stay indoors. Because I don't think a lot of people know what these numbers mean. I mean, I think like I live in Frisco, Texas, and just 2 days back there was an alert on air quality, and I was surprised. I thought maybe it's coming down south now, but then I was wrong. It was from some fire that happened, somewhere in the center I think in the south of Texas. I didn't read where it was, but then I heard there was some fire, and because of that, it happened. And I mean, there was nothing. There was no change in the weather, but then there was an alert. And I mean, it's important to just open and also read. Like if you have an iPhone, it lets you read what is happening, and why is that number reflecting on the on your phone. Why does it say 80? What does 80 mean? So I mean, it's important. It's just not just look at the number and just be just walk out. No, you have to read what's happening, and that can help you take care of yourself for a longer time or a shorter time, depends.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's critically important, especially as far as if you're, if you are going to go outside quickly for some reason, that might be totally different than going outside and exercising and taking a jog or taking a walk. And, it's just a totally different impact on the body depending on what's going on out there. So I thought you guys did a tremendous job with this presentation with all the information that was in there. So very exciting. Thank you all very, very much. And somehow I'm going to get us back over here to this guy. So we just want to thank everybody very much for joining us today. A huge thank you to all the students that built the presentation as well as joined us for discussions today. So please follow us at Assuaged to help support all the students in the amazing work that they're doing to get the word out there about everything. So thank you all, and we will see you on the next recording.